Our first report tonight is from our political editor, Beth Rigby, and a warning that it does contain flash photography.
The Home Secretary entering number 10 just hours before she left government behind. Quitting Cabinet tonight, Suella Braverman said she'd chosen to tender her resignation after breaking the ministerial code by sending an official document from her personal email. But she also went on the attack. Writing, the business of government relies upon people accepting responsibility for their mistakes, pretending we haven't made mistakes, carrying on as if everyone can't see that we've made them, and hoping that things will magically come right is not serious politics. I have made a mistake. I accept responsibility. I resign. After that dig at the PM, the former Home Secretary also went on to say the government had broken key pledges and she had serious concerns about honouring manifesto commitments. Liz Truss's response was brief, thanking her Home Secretary and saying she looked forward to working together in the future. But Ms Braverman's departures only raised the temperature on this embattled PM.
We've had both the Home Secretary and the Chancellor, two of the great offices of state, both be replaced in the space of 6 weeks. No idea what the government is doing on a whole series of different issues, and yet it's people across the country who will be worrying about their public safety, about the state of the economy, about national security, and frankly, people across the country deserve better than this. That is why we need a change in government.
Can the Prime Minister survive all this chaos, Mr Shapps?
Those changes happening and fast. 90 minutes later, a familiar cabinet face, Grant Shapps, back as Home Secretary, despite having spent the last month criticising number 10's policy platform.
Obviously, it's been a turbulent time for the government, but I think the most important thing is to make sure that people in this country know that they've got security. And that's why it's a great honour to be appointed as Home Secretary today. I'm looking forward to getting stuck into the role and providing the sort of security that the British people need, regardless of what's happening otherwise in Westminster.
What was unfolding in Westminster, remarkable.
A little bit of good behaviour for a moment on both sides of the House.
As the wheels really came off the Truss government, rumours swirling that the chief whip in charge of government discipline had quit after arguments emerged between Tory MPs and the government over a vote on fracking.
Point of order, Tangham Debonair.
There are rumours, very strong rumours, that the government chief whip has apparently resigned. I wonder if it's possible to get some clarity.
Is the chief whip, Mendy Morton, still in post?
I'm not entirely clear on what the situation is with the chief whip. There has been an element of confusion.
Earlier in the day, there was at least an attempt to focus, all eyes on how the Prime Minister was holding up, fixing her face.
Is it time to resign?
As she prepared to battle for survival at PMQs.
I am a fighter and not a quitter. I have acted in the national interest to make sure that we have economic stability.
An economy more stable than it was, but behind the calm surface of this front bench, things falling apart. This a government anything but stable. It's not an exaggeration to say that Westminster is in shock after an unbelievably chaotic day. But these events are a symptom of where we are now at. The Truss administration is barely fit for purpose, and her government appears to be in freefall. Indeed, a minister told me that the situation is now, to quote them, utter madness, while a former cabinet minister said to me, it's all heading in one direction, it's just at what speed. A PM just 6 weeks in office, and already her MPs are working on who and what comes next. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.